Welcome back to Truist Park in Atlanta, our Wednesday night MLB Network Showcase game between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. Jon Morosi here at field level, joined by Kyle Schwarber, the all-star DH and sometimes leadoff man, sometimes cleanup man of the Philadelphia Phillies. So, Kyle, how does your approach differ at the start of a game depending on where you're batting in the lineup?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're leading off, right, it's a little bit different than if you're in the four-hole. There's guys on base, things like that. Situation kind of dictates, but then I think that's more just one at bat, right? When you're leading off, you're just starting the game, nobody on base, that's going to happen, and then throughout the rest of the game, you don't really know what's going to happen. So I think it's only kind of a one-bat deal, and then you just go on from there.
You had a great game yesterday, Kyle, against the reigning Cy Young Award winner in Chris Sale. How much do you, and what a great competitor you are, how much do you enjoy and thrive on those matchups against the best in the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun when you can face these guys who, historically have just had a bunch of success. And obviously, I was teammates with Chris and know how great of a competitor he is. I only have, the utmost respect for that guy. He's a competitor, he's a grinder, he's a great dude, great clubhouse guy. It's just fun whenever you get to go out there and you know that you're facing some of the best guys in the league.
What is it about the quality of your clubhouse, Kyle, that you've got a long year ahead, you've been playing a lot of long Octobers throughout your career. What is the key to having that great chemistry early on in the year, knowing that you've got 6 or 7 months of baseball left to play?
Yeah, it's big. I think having that tone being set, obviously the last 3 years, this is the 4th year I've been here now, but also too starting in spring training where everyone's happy, everyone's ready to rock and roll when you get there, and you create that clubhouse vibe, that culture, especially for the young guys who are in the room in spring training, and they see what that's kind of like, and then if they were to walk into the big leagues, they know what to expect.
With Kevin Long, it's such a great approach that he has, especially with left-handed batters like yourself. How excited are you to see the impact he'll make on Max Kepler as this year goes along?
Yeah, I felt like Kep is, he's a specimen. He's a guy who's, tall, he's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's kind of got all those tools, and I know the health bug has been an issue, but I don't think that's going to be a thing here. I feel like the more that you're going to see him on the field, the more really good Max Kepler we're going to get. And he made a lot of strides in spring training. It felt like every time the guy stepped up to the plate, he was going to hit a rocket, and it feels like that every time he steps up to the plate now. So I think it's going to be a really exciting year for him, and it's going to be great for us too.
And Kyle, finally, you think about your journey in baseball. The 10th anniversary of your first call-up is this year, of course, here in 2025. When you reflect back on those 10 years, you have a lot of immediate success with the Cubs, and then you're finding ways now to sustain that success later on. What are you proudest of in your journey now of 10 years?
Oh, that's a great question. It was kind of it was a weird road, where you come up, NLCS, and you win a World Series the next year, in AAA, and get non-tendered, and I think it's just more the fact of just being able to, the consistent work and trying to find a way to be productive on a daily basis, and I got that opportunity in Washington, and then was able to sign the deal here, and had that opportunity to just kind of be myself, and just feel like that I can try to make an impact on the team on the field, and off the field, on the base, defense, whatever it was, that I just had the opportunity to really just be myself and grow into it, and I feel like there's a lot more in me, but I'm very thankful for that.
There's a reason why, Kyle, we always see you playing in October. Thanks so much for your time as always, and all the best here tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
It's as if you were going through that whole at-bat waiting for that fastball in that spot. Were you?
I mean, middle heater, I'll take it, right? Obviously he's got some good stuff, the slider moving away, things like that, but just trying to put one good swing on it and tie up the game.
Bryce, exactly. Bryce, now your 14th year in the major leagues. You've always been great in pressure situations. I wonder, what have you learned that's made you even better in them these days?
Just enjoy the moment, right? Either way, if it goes good or bad, just grateful for the opportunity. Always be grateful. Never take it for granted. Go up there, try to take the best swing, and have the best approach you can, and hopefully good things will happen.
Has there been one coach or one teammate who's given you the best advice along those lines over the years?
No, not too much. Kind of got to learn yourself. You play this game for that long, or go through situations or moments or anything like that. Don't get too high, don't get too low. Try to stay as even kill as you can. And my dad always says, you play a season for a reason, right? 162, it's a long year. So, good to get that win today, but got to keep going.
What did you say to Trey Turner after his first home run of the season here tonight?
I said bang. It's a great swing, man. I mean, big moment right there, big spot for him. Game-winning homer against a really good closer. So.
And finally, Alvarado, that's a major league save against the heart of their lineup. What has he shown your team so far this year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Braves are really good. They're going to be good for a long time, and they have been. So, Alvy came in, shut the door for us, and that's a big win, especially going against Schwarber tomorrow. He's a really good pitcher, so being able to get 1-1, hopefully sneak one tomorrow, and win the series.
Bryce, always appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thanks, y'all.